invariably, you know what goes through your mind? You are saying, but I know I need, I'm the person that needs this. So, but the truth is that sometimes you might not want to tell me immediately. But when I find out that later you want to reach me, I said, that thing you were saying, what were you really talking about? Because I think I know a couple of people. So this is a good way to ask the question. It may take 5 to 10 hours a week to create this amount. Is there anything wrong with that? No. I remember from the time I've come into our ministry world, when people realize that HENSHAW is not doing banking, it's doing networking. A lot of network marketing organizations have come to me. This one, you can do this one. Someone in my team went and brought one of our American network essential. This one can work. He brought the carton. And I said, if I use that, I stayed in one bank for 10 years. Basically, the reason was that bank, all they did was, basically what we were doing was learning. I'm saying to you, if you use 5 to 10 hours a week before you can generate this amount of money, it's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. Yeah, people go to university 3 to 6 years to get a degree, struggle to get a job. Either you have to invest a large amount of money in business, take some risk. But you know, the paradigms are really changing. I was speaking to about 5 students yesterday in Uniport. And some of them had come listen to this and they were wondering where do we fit in here. And I said to them, truthfully, the reality is the paradigms have truly shifted. Whether you get a first class, whether you get a 2-1, what extra thing are you bringing to the table? Yeah? The street is littered with 2-1s and first class. Yeah, I remember the bank I was working, the lady made 2-1 in Suka. She came from a shop in Rumola where she was a sales clerk. Truthfully, earning 12,000 naira. And when the bank I was working in recruited her, we only recruited her as a contract staff. She made a 2-1, very intelligent lady. What other thing are you bringing to the table? Going to university, no, not really any big. Is it Harvard you've gone to? And you made a first class. And so you must be able to say, hey, this is what I'm also bringing to the table, and developing your skills in this area really helps you from the get-go. Digging down to bedrock. Discouragement can be the biggest demotivator. I remember this, I was reading this and I remember this incident when I was in secondary school. I was one of those that went to those schools called federal government colleges. And then in my own school, funny enough, I was in FGC Papata. On Saturdays, we have what is called social gathering. And at night, we have parties. Saturday night. So in that party, you know, all of us are seated down. They have rows of chairs. They are seated together and they play music. What normally happens is a guy has to go and ask a lady to dance. And the hall is very big. Everybody's watching you. So if you go and the lady says no, for you to start turning back, your friends are already shouting. So I was one of those that never tried it. But I said, no, nobody can tell me no. But guess what? I found out that I had to go through a couple of no's to get a yes. Like you asked the first lady, she said no. Asked the second lady, she said no. Chances that the third lady will say yes. And once you have a yes, you're on a roll. Nobody can stop you again. Once you've heard, a yes is like a whisper of success. Yeah? You can have been discouraged all along, but one person saying yes. And how do you get yes? By never giving up. There would always be someone that will say yes. Yeah? Do not start counting your months in the business until you have learned what to do. And this example is very true. Do not look at the leaders in front. It's good to look at them as example and people that are ready to give you help. But you shouldn't believe that your first day in the business, your first month in the business is going to yield the kind of results that they've achieved over a long time. If you want to mention the likes of Chimwe, people that have achieved considerable success, you ask them, how long have you spent in the business? What are the things you've gone through? So they have had a couple of experiences. It's not from day one. You heard what Messiah said. 7 months or 8 months before he started earning. Yeah? And a good example example to use is when you are looking at a building that is going up. You want to build a skyscraper. How high the building is going to get up to is how high you have dug beneath. Is that not true?
Yes.
If you want to really achieve some monumental success, you must be willing to go down. You must build downwards. Building downwards is key, not building laterally, not bringing so many people, and we see calls we cannot pick, we are not ready to assist people. But if you continue to go downwards, make sure the people. Someone called me this morning and said, "Do you have a team in Jos? Do we have a center in Jos?" I said, "Yes, we have a big center there." I merely called somebody in Jos. I'm giving somebody your number. Because anywhere the person is, guarantee that you are able to track somebody there that will assist the person. Literally hold the person by the hand. Yeah? I just want to wrap it up here. Yeah? Let the MD come and close for us. Let's go around.